She thicker than the plot. All the videos you see on YouTube of cats and like them, just like they live like actual human beings in that home, which I understand, treat everyone as an equal. I understand that, but at the end of the day, it's still a cat. It doesn't need like a same looking bed that you sleep on. It doesn't need a miniature version of that. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's still a hunter. Like, why take that away from it? Why give it human qualities? Love it, but love it like an animal, which it is. You don't gotta go all ham on that. I never understood that. If you go on YouTube, any cat video is gonna say stuff in Asian, like some sort of Asian language, Japanese, Chinese, I don't know. And then it's just gonna be like weird stuff, man. Like weird stuff. Like they're still animals. Let them have that pride, you know? It's like when you live from a different country, different nationality, you come into a different country, you don't want to forget who you are, your cultures and things you grew up on, your ancestors, all that shit. I'm just saying, like, it's like you take that away from a cat when you like take away all this animal stuff and it's eaten with like a fork and a spoon or some crap like that. I've seen that. I'm telling you, man, YouTube has some crazy stuff on there. I'm pretty sure others do it too. Just for some reason on YouTube, my recommendations usually whenever it comes to cats, it's always Asian videos of people doing stuff with their cats. The Dr. Disrespect says Bay Area. It's stuck in my head right now. Z00004. Never have a license plate that's custom. People can remember that stuff, and old folks get shot too if they write down license plates, like Lil Wayne said. Never have a custom license plate, man. People will remember that thing, remember that shit, and they're gonna write it down and they're gonna remember you forever. And when you do crazy stuff like I just did, a little bit crazy, not too crazy, people gonna remember it. They ain't never gonna forget it, man. Especially if it's a trash ass car like a Prius, you're gonna remember that because you want to take that Prius down. I always come here and I always tell you guys the same damn story. I was here one time going to a LA Fitness. I was in a car and there was two Ducatis. It was like a 9, I don't even remember model numbers of Ducatis. It was one of those like 848 kind of models, 1099 kind of models or something like that. And he was over here with his buddy, and there was a bunch of gravel, even like more than this. This isn't a lot of gravel. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. He was on that hoe, and as soon as the light opened, he like accelerated to leave, and he lane split it to come up here. His wheels spun out like crazy for like a good 2 seconds, but like a good long 2 seconds, and then he did. But yeah, that was scary to see, and that adds to my fear of gravel and the stuff it could do to me and my loved ones. That bitch thicker than the ply. Thicker than the ply. You're not gonna ever be a 21 Savage fan. Something about the way he raps, just it ain't me. But like if he's on, I want to change him, but I won't go looking up for him. Like even the bank account, Wayne killed it. So now I can't listen to a bank account by Savage because I got Wayne, who's the true owner now of that song, in my opinion. Thicker than the fly. That hoe thicker than the fly. Thicker than the fly. She thicker than the ply. Like, you're butcher's pride. There you go. Butcher's pride. Everyone has pride. Stuff they believe in. Stuff they want to be represented by. Things they don't want to forget. So why take that away from a feline? I don't know. I saw like a dozen cat videos last night, late at night. She's waiting to get somewhere. I don't know. But look at her going to Corolla. I will say the Corolla looks really nice nowadays, but compared to how it used to look like those other models, it actually looks like a drivable car now. Like if I had to get an Uber and that's the only thing that was available, I wouldn't be half mad getting in there. These mirrors are a godsend. I didn't know how much I looked back, and always looking back like that ain't a bad thing. But like sometimes when you're doing like neck exercises, when your neck game's on point, even making small turns hurts. For some reason, my neck is one of like the weakest points of my body. If you really want to take me out, go for my neck, man. That karate chop that you used to see in movies, if you do that shit in my neck, I'm out, man. And this happened recently too. Like before, my neck game was strong, but now shit's weak, man. Yo, blinkers on, and you turn it off. He felt it. He felt that I was gonna say something. Shorty turned it off. Is she thicker than the plot? Is she thicker than the plot? Nah, she's not. I can tell. I can just tell by looking at her. She ain't thicker than the plot. But she's a good driver, 10 and 2, or was it 9 and 3 now? So I'm a leg dangler. Whenever I ride, it's like kind of like my restless Rex syndrome. I like to dangle my leg. It's just how I like to do it. Problem is that whenever I dangle my leg, the bottom of my boot, I drag it and I scrape it against the concrete as I'm riding. So whenever I do that, it scrapes off the material on the bottom of my boot. And since it takes that off, I forgot there's a front camera. I don't know though, because we're testing this out. I think for the first time, I don't know. Second time, third time, I don't know. But we're still testing it out. So I don't know if it's actually really recording something. And if it's recording something, is it actually, you know, looking good or not? I don't know about that. It doesn't matter though, because she's thicker than the ply. She's thicker than... Huh? No. See, I'm bad. I thought this was a Ferrari from the taillight. The very little that I saw, I won't block you off. You look like you're gonna blaze it, so I won't block you off. What was I talking about? Yeah, so the bottom of my boot, the material gets scraped off. So then like, I can flat foot without an issue. But when I scrape it off, I can flat foot, but then I can't flat foot from my heel. Because like you're used to putting your, like as you ride, you're used to like certain mannerisms and your muscle memory and all that stuff. So sometimes I used to, because my bottom of the foot got scraped off, my heel got scraped off. Whenever I used to put my foot down and like lean back, I didn't know that like there was a bump, or there was like a dip. And because of that dip, I used to sometimes like stumble on my bike and look like an idiot. I don't know, I was gonna talk about something, but I'm all over the place. I'm riding it now like after, I wanna say 10 months, 9 months, 10 months. I'm back on the streets. Shorty thicker than the play. Ho, thicker than the play. Hey, thicker than the play. It's holiday time right now, so I can't really go ham on the streets. Plus, like I said, it's like 10. It's been a while since I've been out here, so I gotta get used to riding a motorcycle, which not really, you learn once, you can never forget. But just gotta get used to like just being out here talking, which that's not a problem talking to me. It's just being aware of my surroundings again, all that jazz. I gotta get with it again, which isn't hard, but it just, you know, why rush it when you can take your time and pleasure it? Foreplay. Big believer in foreplay. Shorty thicker than the play, huh? She thicker than the play, yeah? Does it still say free on here? Yeah, free chapel. Somebody buy that though. We're not gonna lane split. I kind of just want to be in between cars, cause why not? Ooh, Beverly Hills BMW, flexing on, huh? Flexing on them. Either that or he just got the license plate from there. I thought that was a dog, but I'm pretty sure that's a kid's. Nah, it's a dog. I thought it was a kid first, but then I thought it was a dog. Wait, yeah, that's a dog. It's puppers. I thought I was just a hairy kid, hairy blonde kid. Look at this dude. His scalp is literally touching the roof of his car. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Why hold hands to cross the street? Never been a big believer of holding hands. Besides your germs literally making love as your hands are connected for that entire time. I don't know. Just holding hands, it feels restrictive. I'm a free person. It feels restrictive. Restricted? Restrictive. I don't know. I still think that's a kid though. You look at it from this angle, it looks like a kid. But it's the puppers. We got shorties in the back right now in the car. I don't think they're thicker than the plot though. I took her panties off. The bit thicker than a plot. I was about to stall. I kind of want to so I can get it out of the way. Shorty thicker than the plot. You ever want someone to not tailgate you? Do this. All you gotta do is swerve. Swerve your bike left and right, which warms up the tires. But if you swerve like this, they think you're about to crash or you're just an idiot or whatever. They'll switch lanes and they won't tailgate you. Or then just nobody will be ever behind you. Every single time I do that, people just switch lanes. Because they always think the dude's gonna fall, trip, slide or some shit, so they just switch lanes on them. Shorty thicker than the plot, eh? Race the Lambo here. Or made a sex tape with the Lambo here. I think it was on Broly right here. It was on Nimbus. I don't remember. It was on one of the hoes though. So I'm wearing like different padding as well. If you guys see, like, you're looking at me like, oh my god, he has double D's. Nah, it's not double D's. It's like a big chest plate, and I have a real big back plate, and I have like these little plates on my hips on the side right here as well. So I'm fully in there right now, fully kitted up and like just protected from head to booty to toe. Never been a big believer of head to toe, head to booty to toe. You work your way down, but you don't do anything to the foot, to the toe, because that's gross. Foot fetish, just never understand that, man. I don't think I ever will either. I've had people explain it to me, people who are like, you know, ex-friends who, you know, were in defeat, and now they're out there. I know that they're in defeat, and when they talk and I look at their face and I see their mouth, I know what they do with their mouth, which is suck on a toe. Can't be friends with those people, man, because I can't see them the same way. I can't have a conversation with, like, what am I supposed to look at when they talk? Okay, it is a beautiful day out. There has to be other riders out, right? There has to be other riders out. It is such a beautiful day. Like, a gorgeous day. It's like in the mid-60s here in Mexico. I'm gonna tell you right now, this day that I'm riding on a Sunday rider. Harley, chopper, don't give an F. Argentina just won. Leo Messi. I'd make a mess of them. We'd make a mess together. I don't know. Hyundai. Capital. Why would Hyundai be in Mexico? Who knows? But yeah, that just to give you a point of reference of like what time of day it is in the world of in the universe, within the universe. Argentina just won. They clapped them cheeks. Did I watch the game? No. Like, I'm into soccer, I'm into football, whatever you want to call it, but at the same time, I'd rather play it than watch it. Unless like Ronaldo's playing or some shit, because that dude is pretty and fun to look at, man. The things I do to him, man, the things I would do to him, he's just fun to look at. He's my baby boy, and I love looking at him and staring at him when he's playing, especially. I kind of miss when he used to be with that Ariana, whatever that chick's name. I kind of miss that. There was that one commercial I remember, I'm never gonna forget it, where he's like playing, it's like some Nike commercial or something, and he's like in front of this kid or whatever, and they're both on the soccer field, and they're both comparing, like, I got 60,000 fans crying my name out or whatever, and then they pan back to Ronaldo, but he's like, but she's not saying her name or some shit like that, and it pans to the right and it shows Ariana blowing a kiss and smiling, and I'm like, oh, in my mind she's doing it to me, but still I kind of wish he was with her. If you want to match the speed with a car that's going fast, go a little bit slower than them. If La Policia's around, they're gonna get called out, not you. Unless the cop's just a dick and he or she wants to just, you know, dick you down because he hates motorcycles or she hates motorcycles. The bitch thicker than the plot. None of them waved. Full gang, groupie gang, but none of them waved. None of them waved. Not a single one waved. Even though I was the one who initiated the wave, none of them waved back. So first of all, they didn't even initiate the wave. But not to reciprocate, I said it 20 times, I ruined it. Reciprocate. I think the second one's right. Reciprocate. I can't because my cheeks are squeezed. My cheeks are squeezed. University of California, Irvine. Not to be mistaken with the University of California in Irvine, which is actually located in Irvine. So I say it too much and I mess it up. My cheeks are squeezed right now. They're heavily squeezed because I haven't worn this helmet in a long time, so I gotta kind of re-break it in. Everything I'm saying is kind of like squeezed in right now. Another thing that's really being banged up right now is the twins in the playpen. They're really kind of like up against the bike in a very uncomfortable way because I have to get used to that too. Like, it's a muscle memory. I know how to ride, but my body's forgotten how it feels like to ride, if that makes sense. When I say shit like that, she feel the type of way. I hit it from the front, from the back. No, I hit it from the front, from the side, from the back. I hit it all type of way. She throw it at me like I was one strike away. Sometimes life is hard to swallow, but she like to taste. I can't like do something to my mouth because the camera's right there. I gotta remember that because I was about to go ham onto my mouth, but I forgot there was a camera and then there's also a helmet that's blocking my penetration into my mouth with my own 2 fingers. Life is hard to swallow, but she like the taste. Ding, 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 my lawyer fight the case. Flowers in me, I feel like a vase. That means he's high right now, if people don't understand what that means. Bentley Coupe, he's high right now, if you don't know what that means. Monsters in my closet, shorty, no more closet space. That goes to my parents when I was younger, my mom. When my dad was around, I could have said something about him. But nah, I always putting stuff in the car. Oh, come on, man! I'm like a bird who's finally like left the nest to like fly, and this traffic lights are really freaking with the vibe. Ooh, I could take one of them out. Which one? I'm gonna take Fatty out. Never mind, he's not fatty, he just looks like he's a fatty. I was about to say I could take Fatty out, but not a fatty. Plus, I shouldn't call him a fatty like that, because fatty's, you know, reserved for bodacious women and men with the actual fatty. Monster's in my closet, no more closet space. She said she no dyke, but she gon' dyke today. Oh, my front brake. I gotta fix the brakes. The brakes are, I feel like they have air in them. They're not as touchy. Touchy-feely good. Oh, come on. I hate these. Like, at least let me sit at the stoplight for a good, like, 10 minutes or some shit, man. Dude, red light after red light after red light. Monsters in my closet, no more closet space. She says she no dyke, but she gon' dyke today. It's curtain for these homies, I feel like some drapes. We turned up, burnt up, stopped the microwave.